Good afternoon, students. This is the last lecture of the chapter Development in Economics. In this lecture, I will teach you about life expectancy, body mass index, sustainable development, and public facility. So let's start. My first topic is that life expectancy. Average life of a person in a country is known as life expectancy. India's life expectancy is 68 years. It means that in India, the average life of a person is 68 years. In world, maximum life expectancy has Japan, which is 82 years. A question arises many times in exam that why Japan has maximum life expectancy. So I will tell you that life expectancy depends on various factors such as pollution free environment, systematic lifestyle, medical facilities, awareness among the people. Pollution free environment, systematic lifestyle, medical facility, awareness among the people, government expenditure on public on medical facilities. These play an important role behind the high life expectancy. In Japan, these all factors are favorable. That's why Japan has maximum life expectancy. Now, our next topic is body mass index. Students, the development of a country depends on its working population. Working population means the population which give maximum contribution in economy. The age group of working population is 15 to 59 years. Because below 15 years including child and above 59 years are considered as old. They are dependers. They are dependers because they do not have any contribution in economy. But the working population is very important, most important population for growth and development in a country. Because country growth and development depends on the efficiency of working population. If the working population will be active, fit, then that country's growth and development will be high. So that's why body mass index is calculated. Body mass index is calculated to know about that the person is active, undernourished or overweight. It can be calculated by following formula. Body mass index equal to weight upon height square. Now the range of BMI. Range means if the BMI, body mass index of a person is less than 18.5, then he is undernourished or weak. If the body mass index is of a person is between 18.5 to 4.9, 18.5 to 24.9, then he is active or healthy. If a person BMI is 25 to 30, then he is overweight, he or she is overweight. And if the person BMI is more than 30, then he is obese. So this is the range of BMI. Hope you understand. Again I am repeating, BMI is calculated to knowing about the person is active, undernourished or overweight. It means that the country, then it tell about the person is active or not. Why do we calculate BMI? Because I told you already that the country's growth and development depends on its working population. So if the working population will be active, then the country's development and growth will be promoted. So the range of BMI is, if BMI is less than 18.5, then he or she undernourished or weak. If the BMI is between 18.5 to 24.9, then the person is active or healthy. If the BMI is 25 to 30, then he or she is overweight. If the BMI is more than 30, then the person is obese. The formula of BMI is weight upon height square. Hope you understand. Now our next topic is sustainable development. Sustainable development is very simple term. Development is a process. No country can survive without development. I told you this already. But with the progress and development, we should keep the environment, the environment conservation also. So every country is adopting the path of sustainable development. Development which take place without harming the nature to keep in the mind for future generation is known as sustainable development. Development which take place without harming the nature means, I told you, development is simultaneous process, no one can stop it. But with the development we need to keep about the environmental conservation also. So this is very simple term. Development take place without harming the nature to keeping in the mind for future generation is known as sustainable development. Now the last topic of this chapter is public facility. Public facility, the facilities which are provided by government on reasonable cost are known as public facilities, such as water, electricity, health, education. These are public facility because this is provided by the government. According and for health education provided by private institution also. According to Article 21 Right to Life, it is also prime responsibility of government to provide food grain on reasonable cost by PDS system. PDS means public distribution system. It is a system where government provide grain on reasonable cost. Government also ensure that minimum work to be provided to an employee by various schemes such as NREGA. So these all are public facility. Good health, education, water, electricity, grain, employment. This is the responsibility of government. This was the last topic of this chapter. Hope you understand the chapter very well. If any doubt you have, please let me know. Thank you for joining.